true?
Everything in the book is true.
Michael Wolff, the author of an explosive new book about President Trump, appeared on CBS this morning to defend his work. Fire and Fury Inside the Trump White House paints a picture of a president who doesn't read, and some question whether he's even fit to serve. President Trump fired back on Twitter, saying he is a genius, and a very stable genius at that.
I consider it a work of fiction.
The president also says Wolff doesn't know him at all.
I never interviewed with him in the White House at all. He was never in the Oval Office. We didn't have an interview.
Wolff was less definitive when asked whether or not he interviewed the president.
I think he probably had no idea he was speaking to me for this book. When I would meet the president in the White House, we would chat as though we were friends. I'm sure he didn't think they were interviews. And in all fairness, he might say, I was not being interviewed.
Steve Bannon, the president's former chief strategist, is now walking back some of the more explosive quotes that appeared in the book.
Bannon is quoted as saying that Donald Trump Jr.'s June 2016 meeting with Russians to obtain damaging information on Hillary Clinton was treasonous. He now says those comments were not aimed at Don Jr., but rather aimed at Paul Manafort, the Trump campaign chairman, who had also attended the meeting. But it may be too little too late to repair the damage with President Trump, who now calls him Sloppy Steve.
I guess Sloppy Steve brought him into the White House quite a bit, and it was one of those things. That's why Sloppy Steve is now looking for a job.
Bannon now calls Donald Trump Jr. a patriot and a good man. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, the White House.